Hello, hello. Anyone out there? How does one start streams? I don't know. It's not like I've been doing this for years. And I'm still like fucking winging it every time. And I'll say this at the start of plenty of streams in the future. This is a warning, heads up, threat, promise, statement. Hi. How's it going? Happy Saturday. I went to bed late by my standards these days. I got out of bed late. Everything's fucked. Everything's out of order. How y'all doing? Welcome in, Grayle, Ben, Fluxy, Kieran, Sploot. Thank you for resubscribing for 6 months in advance. Holy shit, half a year. Thank you so fucking much, Sploot. I hope you enjoy all the emotes for half a year. Hi, Zombie. Went to bed at 6 a.m. Hate when I do that. Ooh, I've been there. Sweet summer child, I couldn't sleep. Oh, shit. I hope you get some sleep eventually. The moment you feel tired, Bobstickle, you're heading out of here, alright? The moment you feel the slightest of eepy, you get out of here and put your head down on a pillow. In a bed or on a couch. Whichever you prefer. The body needs sleep. Unfortunately. The body needs rest. Hydration check. God, fine. Off to bed sick with. Don't stop. I fell asleep for an hour before. I got to do some paperwork I've been postponing. Brain activity before bed. Sorry it took me so long to say something back. I was hydrating because someone, a certain blue, hi hello, redeemed a hydration check. Who's it gonna be today who'll redeem that other channel point thing? If anyone has the funds and is willing to spend them, Just doing your part, I'd appreciate it. Blue. It's Fluxy! Fluxy's the one redeeming the redeem. The ones for stream redeem. The bright side of being self-employed, I have to make all my own invoices. Yay! I know. I am there. Been there for years. Fluxy, the savior of the day, that's right. It's a little similar to last Mishka update, but hey, you know. I think people enjoyed last Mishka update. So, how about I do a little, what? Hi. Here's Sweater with a little red note that I did off stream, because like, I can probably push this a bit more. And now there's this. Looking cutely at me. He's like, hello, this belly is unpetted. Good beans, good eyes, baby. It is Pet Day in the Netherlands. I don't know if it's an international holiday, Pets Day on October 4th. Or Animal Day, specifically, I think. Yeah, if I were to literally translate it, it would be Animal Day, and not necessarily Pet Day. Is that an international thing, or is that just a Dutch thing? I also have another thing that I recorded yesterday that features Mishka. Went to the zoo the other day. On my way home, I ran into this cat, looked pissed. Of course, I took photos. Aw, angry kitty Mao. So you see that belly being unpet, right? Hey, what if for today, if I can figure out how to quickly lower the volume of this video, but not too much because the audio is kind of part of it. Just come up, leave me the fuck alone. Yeah, some cats are like that. Just, you know, if a cat isn't happily trotting towards you, a complete stranger, then just leave them be. And admire them from a distance, and like, hello, gorgeous, pissed off looking creature. I wish you a gentle day. Then it'd be like that. I'm gonna very quickly pause these gentle Final Fantasy 4 tunes. 4DS. So that I may do a little video drag and drop. Behold. And listen. She takes a pet like no problem. Just staring off at this and she knows the good stuff. True. Surely we can go for that again, huh? And I'd already been petting her like this before recording. I was like, oh wait, I should record this. To prove to the world that some cats do actually quite enjoy a belly rub. And this is one hell of a rub. I don't usually go this aggro, but I thought it would be funny. And she seemed to tolerate it, so fucking why not? I'm gonna leave that in the overlay for now. Then maybe that could be a redeem. Activating that video on OBS. It'd be like a lot of channel points. POV, you're petting Mishka. Surely I can set that up with StreamerBot. Easy peasy. But yeah, it's more merch stuff. Said I was gonna do some research. Guess who didn't really have time for that. Granted, I fucked off yesterday evening and just played Night Rain with Renee. Of Renee Right Here fame. Cause you girls gotta play video games every once in a while, alright? Let me fucking play a proper game. It's been weeks. Half the time my cat will accept belly rubs and half the time it's a trap. Ah. Relaxation time is important. And Lord knows was I like several minutes before stream was I like, do I call it? Do I go stream? Do I go live or do I just fuck off? Hence the title of the stream being Chill Doolin. Where I'm fucked from being out of bed as late as I was this morning, which was only 10:30. But compare that to someone who usually gets out of bed at, well, the alarm goes off at 5:45. I've turned into a bit of a freak. Maybe. Can't believe I'm liking waking up that early. I like seeing the sunrise. Which actually reminds me of another thing I recorded of Mishka. I'll take a screenshot of the video instead of dropping the video in here. I was at my desk in the morning, and my desk is next to the window, and in the windows in the morning is when the sun rises into my apartment. And I was hit with this beautiful orange glow as I was already working in the early AM. And it looked a little bit like this. The first second that I Mishka was originally on the couch, which is like over here, on this side over here. And she was facing this direction too. As soon as she saw my shadow, she fucking growled. She did a little her. Like, what the fuck is that? Leica, thank you for the raid! Welcome in! Hello, how you doing? How was your stream? I was just talking about how I scared my cat into, well, growling at my own shadow from the sun rising into my apartment on, was it Thursday morning, I think? Girl, Mishka, that's a shadow. On one hand, Mishka is not bright. On the other hand, she does understand mirrors. So I don't know what the fuck's going on with her. Hey, how it goes? Going alright. We're chilling. I'm just starting up a little bit. Cat, what's it doing? It is staring at my hand that I'm holding up to make like shadow play stuff. This was me the other day, and originally my cat growled at the sight of a shadow. She had not seen this before. Can you show them the cat again? Which one? Is this the same cat that's angrily growling at shadows? How old is she? She's 13 and a half. She's estimated to have been born in April of 2012. We don't have a date. She was found on the street. She's got dementia. she old. She's not bright. And also she's just never seen this, I don't think. So that's like, oh, stranger. Strange, weird, unknown. I don't know if she'll do it again, if it happens again. I'll check it out. I'm gonna test this shit out. Gonna keep the curtains open as the sun rises. If it's not a cloudy morning, at least. But yeah, this is my creature. And I'm turning my creature into more and more merchandise. I've got this design that I want for a tote bag. I've got this travel mug. And I've got a hoodie and sweater back design in progress. I already have a couple of items on my fourth wall that feature her. I've got some stickers and a mug and some hats and a beanie. You know, doing whatever I can to make my cat finally start paying rent. Imagine being 78 and then seeing something godly appear. Yeah. But yeah, that's my creature. What was your stream like, and what were you up to? Hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I've been looking at this thing that I sketched out on the last stream more and more. I'm like, I can probably push this to be more interesting. It works, but it feels kind of tame. And I think I can make it a bit more energetic if I push proportions a little bit more. So like what this thumbnail is doing. Rather than looking down. Like such with what I'm doing with my little model here. Maybe I can be like more like that. Like fisheye, maybe? Wonder how fisheye would work on a flat surface like the back of a piece of clothing. Do you still work on Helva? Not at the moment. Nope. You will all know as soon as I can if it happens again. Not much, just playing some trading card game, Card Shop Sim. Ooh, lovely. I never played it myself. Actually, I walked into a store recently that like had displays of cards you could buy independently and them being priced for too much money. It's like, wow, I don't care about any of these cards. Good thing too, because the prices on these cards is fucking insane. What a weird market that is. Well, weird, maybe not weird. It's weird sounds meaner than it is, because it's I don't mean to diss hobbies here. If it's a hobby, fucking cool, go for it. If you genuinely enjoy it, you've got the funds, hell yeah. Love it for you. I'm just like, that's a lot of money for those things. I have my own things, I guess I spend a lot of money on, so. It is interesting. And I wonder what is so appealing to people who are into it. Premium cardboard. Almost like someone's spending a lot of money for a drawing of a vampire. Exactly! Custom art! I saw someone's commission sheet this morning on, I think, Blue Sky. I'm like, oh, their style could probably work for a commission of my Blorbo. But no. No. Gotta restrain myself. I just leave that note very faintly visible. So how you doing, Shoop? Welcome in. What if I quickly... Oh, that's not... What a hell. Change it to... So... Alright, this file is fucking massive. Everything takes forever to load. Look at the kitty, and the kitty's looking at you! Hi, Sinister, how you doing? Hello, this looks great, thank you. I'm wanting to push the poses a little bit more. Or at least try to. So I'm actually gonna give this a redraw. For now. I'm just like, because this is going to be physical stuff, I'm so like, this needs a little bit more attention. Alright, if I use the eraser tool, it doesn't symmetrically erase. Surely that's a setting somewhere, right? If I use the eraser, it also erases symmetrically and not just brushes. So like having my drawing brush with a bit of an opacity. Because it does symmetrical stuff with the lasso tool. I don't really see anything in the settings on the sides that would indicate like turn this on to make the symmetry stuff do its thing on the eraser as well. Maybe it's a feature in later clips. Studio versions. I should probably upgrade at some point. 4 came out recently-ish? If I'm gonna get 4, maybe wait until 5. And then look at the flowcharts they put out. Like, alright, if you have this version and you want to upgrade to the latest version, you gotta do this, this, and this. And it's like, oh. It needn't be this complicated for some fucking reason. What's everyone else doing for today? It's the weekend. How much is the upgrade? Cause software upgrades are getting insane, man. It's $100. I didn't even know how much the upgrade costs. Because of the full flowcharts that are so confusing. Relaxing, maybe some side project stuff. Ooh. Which side project, though? If you can tell. The ratty one? Ooh. Pick up rat, move rat. I'm just kind of loosely tracing my own red line. Quite large. to the gonna be another 3-hour stream for me today. I think for the stream on Wednesday, I'm gonna try and start stream a little bit later in the afternoon, or what is afternoon for me at least. Because I feel like more people show up near later in the afternoon compared to earlier afternoon. It's the last stream, there were a couple of people like, oh, I just missed it. So, well, I'm gonna give that a go. Seeing what works best for everyone, including myself. There's one thing I want to stress on whatever it is that I do and share online is that I try to do it as sustainably as possible, because if I can't do sustainably, I can't do it. We do not want to return to burnout. I had to take a picture of a few paintings and suddenly was informed he wanted me to remove the walls on the photos. I had to spend over 3 hours to figure out how to do it, only to find out less than 5 minutes to do. Ooh. Remove the walls in the photos. What, just like lasso tool and delete? Currently installing Hollow Knight on my Steam Deck. Hopefully I can do better than when I attempted to play it on my brother's account. May start working on some leathery side projects. Ooh, leather side projects. Interesting. Also hope you'll have a lot of fun with Hollow Knight. Just regular Hollow Knight? Not Silk Song or Skong in the tongue of the internet. I think October, yeah, marks 3 years since I tried to play Hollow Knight on stream, and I realized it's maybe not my thing. Which I'm bummed about. I like watching the streams, so every time, or every once in a while that I tune into one, I still don't have a cohesive picture. I've never seen a playthrough from start to finish. So I have no idea of, like, pinpointing where someone is. How far into the game they are. And I'm buying a sequel until I've finished the first one. That sounds like a solid plan. That sounds something like what I would do. Which, speaking of, the Steam Autumn sales have begun, and something that I recently added to my wishlist because the sequel looked interesting, I acquired yesterday. It's Anime Souls. It's Code Vein. You want to know why I got it? Because it was discounted from $50 to $5. So yeah, I couldn't really slip that one, huh? And that's how stuff gets added to my library that I may end up not touching ever. Although the sequel did look very tight, though. That looked very much more hack and slashy, though maybe with some Souls difficulty shenanigans. I don't know. That is a sale. That was 90% off. That was like, oh, we do a little bit of capitalism in these parts. So yeah, I couldn't pass up on that one. I also acquired Date Everything with the sale, because I think that was a discount for a little bit. And my friend worked on it. Is your favorite Souls like? Ooh, is it now, Speedstar? Also, hi. Welcome me in. Hope it's a fun time. I mean, I will say, like, I did always think Code Vein looked visually pretty. There are some design choices where I'm like, Wait, my fucking... Maybe it's these glasses that don't allow me. No. Okay. There we go. I don't wear these glasses as often anymore as the ones that I'm wearing today. Their prescription is not the most up-to-date. These are... half-year-old frames? But they're pretty. But there may sometimes be shenanigans with the facial tracking when you wear glasses. Kevin! Hi! You've been watching Libra play it? What, Code Vein? Libra got Code Vein? Oh. How you doing, Kevin? Good morning. It is a nice little 6:30 for you. Oh, date everything! Yeah, that makes more sense. It's like, huh? Libra and Code Vein? Getting coffee and working? Nice. I very quickly prepared a little iced coffee while stream was starting up because like, oh, I need a little something here. Very quickly, and the quickest I could do was that. Guys, I'm getting old. I need caffeine. I'm starting to need caffeine to function. Kenai John recently made a video on Code Vein, actually. It was a fun revisit. Ooh. I've heard that Code Vein has like its own fucking awful Ornstein and Smo boss fight with like two completely different kinds of enemies in a single boss fight that's hard as hell. If I ever get to that part, that'll be interesting. Speaking of side project, I've just figured out how to do something in Blender that I do in Maya, and I'm very pleased right now. Yeah! Blender supremacy! And I'm only excited about that because I like how it makes the lives of people who work in 3D genuinely cheaper because, you know, Blender is free. And Maya is getting very ballsy in what they charge. For what they offer, especially. So I'm very excited. Yeah, these paws in the front are way too big. Proportionally, that's not gonna work. Hard to combine the red line with what I already had, and it's not working. Oops. Hi Gina, welcome in. Music request, thank you. The dual boss fight is hard because not a lot of people realize to use the elemental buffs. Oh, keep that in mind, elemental buffs. Taking notes. I don't know. I'll probably do not Code Vein, Clear Obscure before I do Code Vein. And I may just be like, fuck it, I'm gonna stream that anyway. Clear Obscure, how suitable is Clear Obscure to be played during October? Is there any semblance of spoopy and monster that's like, yeah, that makes it suitable enough for October streams, or is it maybe something it could maybe better say for November? Without spoiling anything. It has the Atmo at least? I have no idea what Atmo is. That's spooky except for one enemy. Ooh. There are monsters, I guess. Hi, Spamalami. Welcome in. Atmosphere, I think. Oh, Atmo. Yeah, that makes sense. Atmo, atmosphere. I've never seen a shorten to Atmo, so I was like, huh? And maybe of lesser intelligence. I love when everyone just says hi to each other. It's like a bunch of dogs seeing each other at the park and barking about it. Yeah! There's just signs of friendliness. Doesn't have to exclusively just be the streamer who says hi to people, right? Make everyone feel welcomed. At least that is my hopes for that feeling, or whenever that happens. Be careful of spoilers. Expedition 33 is better if you go into it totally blind. So far, I'm totally blind, except for me knowing that there's parry mechanics. How do they work? I have no idea, and I've seen nothing. And that it's French. Literally all I know. Knee deep in Blender, water just a minute. Ooh. Just spent 15 minutes opening up 2 moon files and setting up my latest one with my ref, all for it to crash! 15 minutes! Holy shit, how large is this thing that you're working on? You have such a hatred for Toon Boom. You have such bad luck with that, dude. I recently upgraded my TV Paint to the newest version. It's still version 11, but it's like the last update that they'll ever do for version 11. And my right click doesn't work anymore, and I've set it, there's settings where it's currently set to Win tab with subpixel checked on. This is only relevant for people who know TV Paint. And right click doesn't work with that. It does work when I set it to ink instead of Win tab, but then every once in a while it will stutter. It will lag for like a second at a rate of like every 20 seconds, so that kind of makes it unworkable as well. You have to open 4 different files though? Ah, yeah. Yeah. think someone says merde at some point. Shock. And there's a guy in there that I really like the look of. That's all I know. Alright. Expedition 33 make you respect the French? Oh, only just now, huh? Listen, I respect the French and their feistiness for revolution. I think that's something we can all aspire. They take no shit. You've made back to TV Paint 11 for all your personal stuffs. Have you not gotten the version 12 yet? Then, I guess? Version 12 did look like it had some very interesting features. I think I'll hold off from getting 12 a little while longer. I don't need it. I sure did get it, but the pen lags over hover windows, and I didn't want to wait a second to drag and drop or change tools. Yeah, that shit's annoying. Heck. And you don't know whether that's just on your computer or that's just how it is by default? I respect the French, they managed to tolerate Parisians. Ugh. Guildonia virus taking out all the PCs? I am unaware of what this is. Should I? Is a problem on this have been having and they haven't addressed it yet? Oh, Toon Boom! Not Toon Boom, hey, TV Pain! More French! We're talking about clear obscure French. TV Pain is developed by French people. They do seem genuinely chill, though. What's the damn game on Steam Kevin and Jesse have been playing? Ah. Then yeah, it makes sense that I am not in the know. Gonna wait until the next patch and send emails regularly. Yeah, you don't want your workflow to be interrupted like that, which is why I am choosing to... Like, I can sort of right-click in TV Paint with my settings right now. I just need to also, in addition, click with my, like, my tablet pen. Like, tap the screen, and also hold down what would be my right-click button. As opposed to just hover over it while holding down my right-click button, or right-click set to button. The head is so much smaller now. I don't know if that's... There's just a slightly different energy to it. This one's more curious, and this one is more like ready to pounce. Maru, hello! Thank you for the bits! I turned off bit alerts for that amount. I'm so sorry. How you doing? Welcome in. How's your Saturday? Pretty good. How's yours? Very slow start. Went to bed significantly later than I usually do. But it was for a good cause, namely me playing video games with friends. Not like I could go really safely on my morning walk this morning. It was storming this morning. Things have calmed down by now, so hopefully actually after stream I hope to get my walk in. Stairs at step counter at 44. Oops. Hey Tal, how you doing? Welcome in. For a moment I thought I was looking at that one boss fight from Cuphead with the giant cat trying to eat you. I'm trying to recall a Cuphead boss with a cat in it. I'm so sorry. Hey, Waited, welcome in! Hi, fellow Dutchie here. I saw you on TikTok a few days ago and you seem really cool. Oh, thank you so much! Thank you wel! Welkom, welkom. Even om te bewijzen dat, ja, ik ben inderdaad Nederlands. Yes, to prove that I am in fact Dutch. Casually switching to Dutch. Thank you so much for checking out on stream. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Yeah, the TikTok did, very well, at least compared to all my other shorts on there. And ironically, I made that short, right, knowing that I was gonna start freelancing a few days later. So that means I have not been able to be active as VTube and stuff as much since then. So it's a bit of an awkward timing to finally have a short go really well in terms of views and reception and reaction to it, and then just being like, I'm on hiatus. Kinda. My activity is significantly reduced. Oops. Pull the animation out. I could, if Norwegish wants to see a little showreel of stuff that I do as an animator. That was the same showreel that's on my TikTok on the pinned. My one pinned short is the same reel. You left the button? What? Which button? Huh? Say the magic words. I'm home now. Hi, Darkful. Happy home. Hope you're doing alright. It was a Katzenwagen boss. I don't. Curzec, are you American? No, you fool! I am this thing! I'm Dutch! How dare you? High effort shit posting only in these parts. I saw you do animation, which I think is really cool. So yeah, I definitely would like to do some stuff you made. Aw! Well, yeah. I can play a little showreel for a little bit. Everyone, buckle the fuck in. Get your asses down and use your peepers.
Alright, let's do this!
I can assure you a virus like this for thee.
Bring it, Barky! I will drink you table, you have no idea what kind of night I've had.
Maar uit, want anders val je zomaar op je gat.
Oh shit, why is that playing? Well, I guess we're... Why does this start playing as soon as I switch back? Okay, well... I guess we're all getting attacked by violent belly rub video. I have no idea when that started playing. Weird. Maybe it's because the source was still visible. There's some serious stuff? Yeah! Hackers didn't play Mishka on the stream? I guess you did. Belly jump scare. Oh. Oh. Okay, should do that too much because flashing. That's just awful. Doing okay, finished my work for this week, and see, we got a good Mishka update today. Like every Mishka update. I would argue some Mishka updates are better than others. What are you making right now? Right now, I'm making merchandise that are all based off of my cat, so she can start paying the rent. I've got a couple things up on my fourth wall already, but I want to add a tote bag, travel mug, and this will be going on the back of a sweater and hoodie. Because it's sweater weather. Every update has the perfect Mishka though, yeah. But I don't know, I feel like some poses are just better than others. But maybe that's just me being the cat owner, just being like, eh. More work, but Mush is getting you so many channel points. I have infinite channel points. I don't know if you know this. Sweater weather. It's weather, that's right. This was a Mishka photo I took on a non-streaming day, and I feel like it's another belly one. You guys want another? You guys get so much Mishka today. You get drawn Mishka, you get a photo, a video, and now another photo? Boom. Because this one was only in the server, in the Discord. Pay the rent was that. She'll learn. In her 13 years, she will finally learn. But cool, at first when you were more zoomed in, I thought it was a monkey or something, but maybe it's also because it's the outline at the minute. Aw. You know, it's a little creature. It's my little kitty meow. Another hydration. I was hydrating during the show reel. Myla, thank you for resubscribing for 9 months! Kitty! That's right, we're getting a lot of kitty day. But yeah, I took this photo on a non-streaming day, and I shared it exclusively in my Discord, !Discord. Now everyone can see it forever in the VOD. As soon as this VOD goes to the VOD channel, which has been a pain to update. You kitty, by the way, thank you. 1 of 100 Mishka updates are never enough. Well, too fucking bad. You get what you get, and today you're getting a lot. Wait, I think this one will be better. Today you're getting a lot. There's just a different energy between the crusty zoom in and going whoa. Look at those big smoky peepers. Look at this big Rollo's peepers. Good crusty zoom, yeah. Did I ever add that to Better Twitch TV? I know I added it as an emote to the Discord. Let me grab it. Where is it? My own little pleading eyes. I don't think I have. Is this in Better Twitch TV? Can someone check? Because if not, I'll do that right now. Actually, I'm in my Better Twitch thing right now. It looks like it is not. And I have 6 slots open, so I might as well. Hang on. How do we call this? How are the ones called? Little guy, innocent. Mush please. I think for naming conventions, like consistency, I think I'd still want to use Curzec as the prefix. Got ads, Mia, Mishka. Wish. I could do Curzec, please? Curzec Eidballs. I want to keep it short, usually, and easy to type. I'll enable sharing. I've got Curzec Eyes already, don't I? Yeah, this one's called Curzec Eyes. Curzec Ovo. I've got Woo. I'm currently using Curzec Please. No, I see a little pop-up for Better Twitch TV emotes. Curzec Please has been added to the chat. I don't know if you guys see it. Oh, with an A. Please, but with a W instead of an L. Yeah. It doesn't show up in my slime chat though. It probably needs to restart for OBS. So we'll see it above me noggin in the next stream, I suppose. Yeah, VOD watchers, imagine whenever you see the text Curzec please, you see this emote. Refreshing the browser force might check it? Maybe! Hang on, that's a good call. Slime chat. Refresh. Try now? Oh, wait, hang on. There we go, try now? Yeah! Thank you, Tal! That's a good suggestion. I forgot. That's a thing you can do. Just in time for Ask to start in a minute from now. Yippee! I remember there was a thing. Thank you for remembering. Oh, that's a wide. Which the wide doesn't work in slime chat, it seems. Stretch. Wideshka. Is how y'all keep replacing Cur with literally anything and then add Zek to make an AU version of me. We'll do the same with Mishka. I guess. Speaking of Mishka, where the fuck's she at? She's on my bed. I don't see her. Buff Sec, that's right. I want to be buff. I'm considering now that I'm freelancing again. I feel like I've been struggling with making significant progress, or relatively significant progress in my upper body compared to lower body. now that I've got employment again. Depending on how it's gonna go between now and the next time I meet up with my trainer in about a month from now. I may be like, yo, you wanna train with me once a week again instead of once a month, like for checkups? And do it all upper body focused. Are you tracking your steps by months? I'm tracking every session, Kevin. I'm using an app called Strong, which is free to use. It has a paid version. It's like a one-time payment and then you get a bunch of stuff. Literally just called Strong. And the app icon is just like dumbbells, in case anyone's interested. It has a bunch of preset exercises in there, which some have visuals of like how to move and what muscles it targets. It allows you to write notes on everything and track what weights you're using and how many reps you did. They could have called it Strong. Nobody would understand it though. That's internet language. You still on a deficit? Yes-ish. I had completed my cut. Also, I don't know if you can hear me at all right now, Kevin. Are you in ads? Because ads are rolling. Because if you're still cutting weight, then you will probably hit the end of your beginner's gains. You telling me gym bros aren't chronically online? They sure aren't. You want bigger upper body numbers? Time to eat again. Still waiting to see if Kevin answers to me. If he's in ads or not. Kevin, are you in ads? Yes or no? Can you hear me? Mention something being paid once rather than subscription based. Yeah. I popped your window out in ads, but can't hear. Alright. Because it talks about being freelance again, and I immediately get hit with an ad to invest in Bitcoin. Uh-oh. Okay, so if you can hear me, I had completed my cut. Because I reached a point where it's like, yes, I am like this amount of percentage on me right now. And then pretty much that same weekend, I didn't get as much activity in at all, and I didn't get to eat as healthy. It was quite the cheat. Let me tell you, this fucking burger that I consumed, oh, delicious, but also that's so I'm pushing myself back into a similar deficit meal plan for about a week. I've also not been able to get my steps in as much this past week. Because work. I am still making some progressive overload, just not insane amounts. Like, I'll be able to get a rep in extra, or 3, maybe, if I'm lucky. I'm very carefully progressively overloading on some stuff, too. So, recently, on the leg press, the last time before the last time, I did 70 kilogram on the leg press. And that felt doable. So instead of moving my way from 3 to 10 to 312 on that same weight, I immediately jumped up in weight to 72.5. I was tempted to do 75. But I'm like, better be a bit more careful, and 72.5 also went pretty well. So I'm saving 75 for the next time. Like I'm saying, I'm progressing on lower body stuff quite alright. And upper body, I've had to drop my weight for preacher curls that I do unilaterally. So first I do left, and then I do right. Left is weaker, so that needs more energy. That's why I do left first. Because I originally did with 6 kilogram dumbbells, but my form on my left side was not good. It broke too early, and I didn't realize it was that broken until my trainer pointed out, like, oh, you're not supposed to, like, go in that direction when you curl up. You gotta do that for upper body, either one more rep or higher weight every week. Yeah, I always try to up my reps. If I can. I'm gonna hide for a second and then I'll open up the app. Let's compare. Literally the same split as... So my overhead press is something that's been stagnant for forever. Literally forever. I've always been using the light barbell at 15 kilogram. That's a compound move. And that smaller barbell is 15 kilogram. And I always go to failure. Well, a rep is a repetition, so how many times you move the thing. And a set is consistent of reps. So when I say 3 of 12, I've done 12 repetitions of the movement in 3 sets with like a little rest in between. It might be worth doing some strength splits, lower reps, higher weights. Yeah, that's what my trainer suggested as well. So that's probably what I'll do next time for the overhead press. Lightest I can go up. Unless I switch to an easy curl bar, then I can go to 15.5 instead of 17.5. And then indeed, try to reach for a higher rep range to build strength rather than hypertrophy. It also sometimes differs how well my reps are from split to split, because sometimes I have 3 different splits for both lower and upper. And with some splits, my fatigue hits me greatly, so it's not as consistent. On the split that I have, deadlifts in one of my lower splits, my seated leg press is not as strong as it is in other splits. Tricep extensions have been going up pretty consistently, but there's always a grind. That one is always failure. Like I had yesterday. I was able to increase the reps on sets 1 and 2 by 1 each. And then on the third one, I went to failure. I could not move it back further up, so it was the same amount of reps as it was the last time I did tricep extensions with the dumbbell, unilaterally. So first right and then left. Anyway, strength rambling, lol. But, hi. I need to remove myself, otherwise my tracking freezes, because I'm using my phone to facial track, and that same phone also has all my split info. Nah, woman jump scare. Boom! Chromosomes! If I can do a push-up, I'd be a better person? No, it don't work like that. I need to practice. I need to see if I can do push-ups from my feet by now. I have not tested it out, and I've been a bit reluctant to test it out. Not because I'm like, oh, I'm afraid I'm gonna not be able to do it, blah, blah, blah. But it's because my wrist is still, like, funny. And it tends to be... It has, in the past, been going owie when I do push-ups. So... I feel like the last few days has been on the verge of going big owie again. It's like, ooh, if you go over the edge ever so slightly, this wrist is going to hurt for like a week. I was able to do my push-ups fine yesterday. It's weird. There's a weird strain somewhere. I may boo get scared by woman. I don't know what Slayer is in here. Road stuff. Anyway, thank you for coming to my buff sec talk. But yeah, I guess I got to eat more eventually, but because I had that weekend and past week of not getting as many steps in, I'm like, I've probably lost some of the progress I made, so I'm gonna do another extra week of cut. But not as harshly as I did. Like today, in more at maintenance levels than it is cut. In the chest day yesterday, and my bubbles still feel swollen. Nice. Yeah, I had tricep extensions as the last thing I did yesterday for my workout. And already after set 2, I really felt the pump. It's like, oh, those triceps are full of blood. If you can maintain your weight for a week and figure out what your calorie limit is, that'll only help on the bulk. I can probably main gain. I feel like I'm beginner enough still to main gain. I remember first wild Pokemon encountering you at Onsachet and it motivated me to work out more actively. Oh, hell yeah! I'm so glad to hear that. And I'm saying that as someone who fucking loathed the idea of working out up until a few years ago because I was just like, ugh, getting gross and sweaty and tired. No, thank you. And it's like, ow, my body, my aging body, she hurts. Well, I guess I have no choice but to move it a little bit more. And now I'm like, wait, I like this actually. When did you start your buff tech journey? I think in summer of 2023. That's when my back was like reaching its peak of ow. There was a charity stream event that I was a part of that year, and around that time, the VTuber SummerSlam of that year was invited to be a part of that. And I almost chickened out because I was like, oh, I'm physically in so much pain just sitting at my desk. Because I could think that means you're not a beginner anymore. Yeah, however, I've not taken it more seriously until like February of this year with the frequency. Like, I didn't have the stimulus that much in the first year and then some. I had a very gradual start where you couldn't really track any progressive overload. It was really because I had these group sessions that I was doing with other people. I had no say in what was being done for the day. It was, I think, mostly full body. So that's why I'm like, I don't know if I'm considered beginner or not. I would still say yes-ish. I started personal training in late February or early March last year. And now, as of February, I'm definitely in more buckled down mode where I'm going to the gym by myself, which I was scared to do until then because of fear of judgment and not knowing what to do. And now that I'm finally more aware of what to do because I'm a slow as fuck learner in that department and also just highly cautious because what if I go wrong? What if I fucking embarrass myself? Which I have. I have embarrassed myself. Hi Enabler, how you doing? Welcome in. I used to do more exercises a few years, like jumping jacks every morning and playing Ring Fit Adventure, but that kind of collapsed after getting new work. On the upside, it's working at a thrift shop, so I get to haul heavy sofas all day. And that'll keep you physically active. Lekker naar de kringloop. The embarrassment of not seeing as much as breaking your body by doing the exercise wrong. It's fine to be cautious. Yeah, exactly. I outweigh that more, for sure. I am second guessing my form at almost everything. Like, could I do this better? I wonder. I've even been thinking, the gym that I go to independently also has personal trainers there, so a different person could personally train me. I've been considering, like, hey, could I get one of those personal trainers for, like, a session to go through some of my exercises that I do and check my form and see if anything could be improved upon. Because I feel like I'm probably, despite having it looked up and improved upon recently, I probably can improve even more on my decline crunches and my back extension. Still second gesture form too, especially for complex movements. That's almost full concentration. Yeah. I need to be super aware of some movements that I do. Curzec min-maxes gym like she min-maxes her Guild Wars 2 characters. I do not min-max my Guild Wars 2 characters as much as other people do. Believe you me. The builds that I apply to my characters, I rip off of the internet. And do not second guess those and question them. And like, yeah, that sounds right. I should probably also work on core stuff. Last time I was with my personal trainer, which was Thursday last week, I wanted to focus on some certain exercises, including squats. Good old barbell squat. And I got a couple of pointers to improve upon. To make the bar path as best it can be. Because I have the tendency to kind of tilt my upper body a wee bit more than it should be. The bar path should be pretty much straight down. Ideally. When you squat, it should be going ass below knees. But I had the tendency to tilt a little bit that way. The weight is weighing me down. And it's not even relatively that much. And he also tried to elevate my heels to feel it better and push from the right spot. And yeah, that definitely made it challenging. But I just felt exhausted of bracing my core or just bracing my upper body upon going down. That was exhausting. That drained me more than the squats themselves. Embracing your core is very important. Called your core for a reason. Multiple reasons, probably. This is all me wanting to do it right. So I don't fucking hurt myself in the process, because I'm trying to prevent further hurt by doing all this. As much as I am gathering photos of physiques where I'm like, yo, that please, I am also, my priority is my health. I actually took some sick photos yesterday of the post-workout. My arms look so much bigger than that they actually are because of the lighting and the posing. I at best have a sleeper build, but even that's like, probably not the case. Yay, buff. One day, maybe. I made sure to take photos of myself 100 days until my birthday, which is coming up in November. I was like, alright, what's happened in 100 days exactly? In my attempts at buckling down, but also at the same time, routines getting fucked up and life happening. Because life happened. Sometimes life happen is a bit more important to focus on than gains. Depending on what that thing is. Again, sustainability. Can't do it sustainably, I simply can't do it. No, Curzec, you're American, right? Do you know what 14 inches is in centimeters? No, and no. I am not American, and no, I do not know what 14 inches is in centimeters. Maybe 36? I don't fucking know. Time to Google once again, inch to sum. I wasn't far off. Hey, wait a minute. I said 36 centimeters, right? That's about as close as you can get. Each inch is like 2.5 centimeters. 2.54, yeah. Yo. Local universities and colleges are a good resource for cheap and sometimes free help with a lot of things. I went to see if there are classes for physical therapy or similar skills and inquire if any of the students can earn credits for volunteering or helping you with form on your routine. Maybe. I also don't mind. I think I just benefit from having someone physically next to me in real time to be like, yo, do this instead, so they can actually, like, also, with permission, like, adjust my form manually, you know? Like, if I'm arching my back too much or I'm tilting my pelvis the wrong direction, they'll be like, do this, please. And then I'll feel the difference and I'll be going, oh! And that's the cue, and that's like, oh yeah, that's the spot. Oh, this makes it significantly harder. Right. I have to compare. I keep upping the... keep making this bigger and bigger. Nope. I shouldn't dead center it. Because then we have even spacing here and that's boring. Just a little bit of uppies. If 14 American inches in Europe is 35.5 centimeters, what is it in Dutch? Hey now, hey. You don't get to rage bait me like that. It's not effective. It doesn't work on me. It's actually useful to know. I was shopping for a tiny monitor to plug into my testing rig, so I don't have to hook a giant monitor. I found a portable one with 14-inch screen. Perfect, thanks for checking for me. Yeah, you can always just Google inch to centimeters or kilogram to lbs, i.e. pounds, and feet to meter, and you'll get that. You get these kind of like interfaces on from Google. Not that what was open just now. Could have, but this was funnier. I suppose I googled for you. Aw. That paw. Big. Big paws. The differences are like it's similar but also not at all. It's so strange how just pushing and pulling proportions ever so slightly makes a completely different energy. Chat, I'm gonna need audience participation. It's that time again. Do you prefer 1? Or do you prefer 2? Oh dear, I know! I can make it feel a little bit more similar and even by this real quick. Oh. I feel like me doing that oh thing is very Dutch. I don't know. Or I say it in a Dutch way. It was a more visual silhouette and it's less bunched up. Take an alt variant real quick in which oh okay, bye. Sick. This one probably works better than one anyways. The huge face and head is so cute though. I agree. Well, bit bigger. You'd always keep one's head so the ears poke out a little. I tried poking out the ears out of this shape, but it just looks a little sharp. Which it is sharp, but I don't want it to look sharp. I had a roommate who was studying sports medicine, and by offering to help people at the local gym with things like designing routines and proper body mechanics, earned extra credits in class. Nice! Some instructors like to encourage their students to volunteer / intern at places for experience applying what they learn while in class. Yeah, that's the way to go. Or for some ways. Thank you to follow, welcome in! Feel free to lurk, feel free to chat. I think I like the dynamicism of this a little bit more than I do this. This is like very straight down. And this has like energy. Like this points more towards the action over here, you know, like this shape kind of goes back here. I think that's what I like about 2 over 3, which is a slightly altered version of 1. Physically free personal training in exchange for IRL experience. Yep. Everybody fucking wins. They learn on the spot, and someone gets good advice for cheap. Or at least you hope it's good advice, because they are in training. I'm sure there's personal trainers out there who probably shouldn't be personal trainers. I feel like I lucked out very much on mine, considering I am on this journey because of pain, and he doubles, like, besides personal training and gym stuff, he's also a physiotherapist. So even is that not fucking perfect? I'm pretty sure it is. Good dude. I think making sharp shapes and curves would break it up nicely, but it's your design, of course. Yeah, I tried in this version. That's why there's this space here, because I had the back way down originally. Originally, I had it more down. Oh. Keep having this thing checked on when I don't want to. God, fucking... Like, I had it more here. And probably also these leggies a little bit down. And I didn't like the sharp ears pointing out of the silhouette personally. I'm aware that sometimes breaking up the silhouette is the right thing to do, but I feel like it's not in this case necessarily. Also, I have the flippies now. They live on spot and you get someone to spot you. That's what my roommate did for a while. Ended up helping so much at the gym that they were offered a job as a trainer. Yeah! The good ending! But yeah, I don't think I want ears to be break into shape. Thank you for the follow, welcome in! Hope you're having a good one. Feel free to lurk, feel free to chat, whichever you're comfortable with. My brother knows a friend who's a trained physiotherapist, but he got fired because he offhandedly recommended taking psychedelics to calm the body to a client. Oh, that's Yeah, I don't think that sort of suggestions are for a job description like physiotherapy. That seems like that's outside of their field. It was into crystal healing? Oh, man. I'm not gonna say anything. Other than in my building there's like a little nook where other residents of the building have placed like books and plates and stuff that they don't want anymore, but maybe someone else who lives in the building can make use of them. And I checked it yesterday, and there's a lot of that kind of stuff and books there right now. There's also a copy of 50 Shades of Grey that's been there for months. It's like, wow, okay, that sure is a book to leave there. I'm like checking now if it's still there just to see like is someone nasty. I know it's not exercise, but when I was learning 3D, I was considering to be an assistant teacher, but in order to qualify for it, I needed to take a test, which never happened. The test switched on our teacher, including a bunch of stuff that was not in our plan, and shortly after he had life stuff happen, so he was less available. Huh. Well, that's shit. I mean, at least looking at pretty rocks would calm me down too. Yeah. Maybe you. I don't know. Nah. I don't think it's for me. Rocks. Quick, where's that Onsta emote? Y'all don't have it? I do. It's not even a good nasty book, but from what little I know, it's a plotline. Yeah. It's problematic. But it's really popular, so I just think it's funny that it started off as Twilight fanfic, essentially, right? Aquarium gravel, colorful rocks. I have mixed feelings on that. I am a fan of psychedelic research, but also wary of advising people when it's not necessarily their field of expertise. Yeah, if it's not your field of expertise, then it's not your. Then you probably shouldn't recommend that kind of stuff. Popular does not equal advice for the general public. No. That's not what I meant by popular. I'm just saying out loud, like, it is liked by a lot of people. The bad nasty. Speaking of nasty, here's the opposite of that. It's Draco! Hi, Draco. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing good, dude. Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Gosh. A lot of follows all of a sudden. Thank you, everybody. Howdy, howdy. Hope you all having a good Saturday. Oh, Miss Kitty, hi. Thank you for following. Hope you're having a good one. Welcome in. We're chatty a little bit, and we're also just like humming and hawing over specifics. And yeah, I think I like this more. Like what I was saying, like just the energy of this curve kind of going back to here. And well, this is where the center of attention is, right? Maybe the tail could use a little bit more love, but other than that, I think this is the better version compared to what we had cooked up in the last stream, which was this. Well, I was hoping for Nasty Draco. Nah, I would never. That's up to Draco. Hydration check. Oh. Fine. I think I've been here before, was rated in once, but not to go and didn't drop a follow. Got recommended back to the algorithm. Hell yeah, thank you, algorithm. Very cool, very gamer. Well, thanks for tuning back in and hitting that follow button. I appreciate. Working on some cat-themed merchandise. The cat in question that is being all based off is this fucker. Do we play the violent belly rub video again? I think there's a couple new peeps in here since last time, so here you go. Oh no, wait, that's a photo. Here we go. She takes a pet like no problem. Tummy. Vicariously belly rubs that moosh. Mm-hmm. Alright, chat, if you're on your desktop devices, be sure to get your fingies all over your monitor. If you're on a touchscreen device, maybe, wear a glove. So you don't pause and fuck around with the screen that you're watching this on. I like how Mishka just kinda accepts it with eyes wide open. She's McLovin' it, trust me. If she wasn't liking it, she would be like, alright, And she only really does that with belly rubs when she's like really done for the moment, when the stimulation is too much. Wearing mittens to make sure. Mm-hmm. Little drawing glove, little fingerless gloves. I put them on for the first time yesterday evening. I'm a cold-handed bitch. My fingies get cold, but they are warmed enough when I wear fingerless gloves. There's some finger part on those gloves. I'm still mobile with me fingies. But yeah, cold hands. Cold hands McGee. That's me. Cold hands, warm heart? I mean, I have a regular body temperature. The heart is in that body, so... Bienvenue, I discovered Curzec have been consistently inspired and entertained ever since. What the fuck? Thank you! It's all thanks to Enabler that I am here, because they discovered me. It is lore. Update the wiki! I have no wiki, but imagine. Do I want a wiki? I've got a wiki page on the Helva Boss fandom wiki. Or Wikia. Was it fandom? I don't know. Fandom.org? I don't know. They used a very old drawing of mine to show my appearance. Hang on, can I find this? Helva Boss Curzec. Oh! Oh, I'm finding something new here. Hey, hang on. Who did this? I need to include the webpage URL in this screenshot. Why am I on the Haspen Hotel at Hello Boss RP fandom? Oh no! Hey, anyone roleplayers out there? Y'all are great. I am a real person. Please don't roleplay as me, thank you. Curzec is now canon. I mean, I am, but also I'm still a person that exists in real life. I'm not a character. Oh no! Like Smemon's clown pageant? Oh. H30s! Who was watching the streams? Who made this? Curzec wanted to be yourself, don't take that away from her. No, I'm not a character. I'm a real person, goddammit! I'm a real boy! Oh. Relationships viscerally idle. Status active? Not alive? And this is actually like my imp drawing. I uploaded this to Blue Sky only, I think. I don't think I added this to Twitter? Maybe I did on Twitter. I forget. Are demons alive? I mean, they can be killed by angels and angel weapons in the has-been universe, as has been proven. So, yeah. Curzona! Renee, this sucks! Renee, I apparently have a page on Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss RP.fandom.com. I just found this out. I was looking for my page on crew member stuff. So what if I here? This was the page I'm thinking of. It's on the same fandom. Can whoever's in charge of this, can they link back to both pages then, I guess, if you're insistent on keeping them? Because this was the page that I was looking for. This one. This is just, I drew this in like 2020. Oh, for one of those like stop whatever you're doing and draw yourself in your current outfit, and this was what I was wearing. I don't have these slippers anymore. Oh my god, kitty slippers. Yes, they did have little ears. They were gifted to me. Look, my ear's out. Ew! Carolina Vokib is an animated hell of a boss. She appears on the church scene in a hell of a plus pilot. Yeah, and they don't use the screenshot from that cameo. Is he an outfit though? I still have both. Both the skirt and the shirt. I don't wear them as much anymore. What the fuck, Curzec has ears? Yeah, I know, cringe. Hi, CJ. I'm losing my fucking mind over here. Apologies. Curzec has fingies? Yeah! Also, this hand, the way I drew this hand, is absolutely because of my time on Where is Anne Frank at the time that I drew this, which was 2020 lockdown times. I was a cleanup animator only, but the hands were often sort of stylized like this, and it just fucking slipped into my own style for that moment. What? Also, ankles. Osmosis. Relationship status? Alive. Wow. Well. Who made this? Hey, who made this? Fucking reveal yourself. I have another Imsona drawing, hang on. It's the one that I used for my arc fight. Please update the page with that if you can, if you're hearing this at all right now. Here you go. Please use this picture on the Curzec page for Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss RP.fandom. There's a Wikia page? Yeah! I have two fandom pages! I've got me as the animator and my Imsona. Where apparently Viscerali is my idol. Two? I know! Damn, Johnny! The internet lets you have 2 pages in Has-Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss RP fandom? R5 may be read-only, but it's still up to find the reference. I mean, judging from age 30s being said here, this leads me to believe that whoever's made this page may be checking the streams, because I'm like starting. I often mention like how my age starts with the 3 and I'm in my 30s and stuff. Every once in a blue moon, I mention the exact age. So that's why I'm leading to believe, like, oh, maybe they may be not just Helva, but they may be watching the streams. This is making an epic short. Curzec discovers someone is being weird about her. So now I don't think they're being weird. Just interesting. But yeah, hey, definitely for clarification, I am not a character. Please don't roleplay as this character. This is just my personification in the Hell of a Boss world. which is what a lot of people and crew members and anyone who's ever worked on both Has-Been and Helva do, because it's fun and encouraged. Like, this happened because they were just asking for more cameo designs from the crew to put in the background and shots. Just it's fun. It's a fun thing, and it's nice to have those little like creative freedom moments in productions. You don't get those very often, so seeing those chances happen is very nice. Please don't misuse it. Because I know for a fact that a colleague on Helva, they also have an Imsona design. And I guess whoever was having fun making kind of spicy drawings didn't maybe quite realize that that Imsona is in fact an Imsona and not just some background character. I don't want that to happen to me. Oh god, no, yeah, drawing fan art, yeah, drawing that kind of stuff is, no, cease and desist. That's a bit disrespectful. 8 starts with the 3, so 30s or 300s, you'll never fucking know. Oh. But yeah. Hey, don't roleplay as real people. Well. I'm glad I learned this live. Put it on TikTok, I'm sure they'll find another way. Yeah, this will probably be a TikTok or short. I don't know when I'll get the time to edit again. I technically have the time tomorrow, but tomorrow's also a day off, and I'm working again. This is where I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta find the sustainability balance in doing both freelance and occasionally streaming and content creation. Like, there's been no shorts at all this past week, and I don't mind it being that. I'm just realistically, I need to reduce the amount of shorts that I was doing, where I did 3 a week. Like, that's just not sustainable for me to do while freelancing. And also not streaming as much because of the freelancing, so less opportunity for highlightable shorts or shorts that were highlights from the stream. I roleplay as a human adult all the time. Yeah, I think a lot of adults do, actually. I think a lot of us out there are just like pretending that we know what we're doing when all in reality we're all like, I want. Isn't that what adulting is? That is something that we millennials say, huh? Apparently that's something younger generations are dunking on us saying adulting. Which word? Millennials are getting dunked on a lot of particular stuff where it's like, that's what you're taking offense at? Okay. Thumbs up, I'm gonna go back to my own business. Everything is cringe. The older I get, the more I realize everyone's just making it up as they go along. Oh yeah. We are so reliant on each other. Oh. Gives that a bit more of a curl. More fun. A bit angular as well. Renee, how you doing, by the way? Did you have a good sleep? Did you also get out of bed late? Because we both went to bed late. Because we were playing Night Rain until late, which again, thank you again for indulging me. It was a lot of fun. 3000 Curzec has been scratching arcade walls since I started. If I'm 3000 years old and I've been drawing since back then, and my skills are still this bad, maybe art isn't supposed to be for me. Got up early and faffed about. Oh shit, how early are we talking? Renee, you need enough sleep. Excuse me, bad. I mean more in the sense of like if I've been alive for like 3,000+ years and I've been drawing for 3,000 years and I'm still not a master of anatomy, that's bad. That's what I mean. Anatomy can come later. Even later? Even my hypothetical 3,000 years as an artist in this scenario? I want to be an anatomy master so bad. Kicking down the can as a habit. You changed style several times and you're still damn good. Ah, would you bleh. I mean, is it changing style or is it just evolving? Like, this is just an evolution of what I draw, like, still. Hang on, let's just grab. This is just a gradual progression from art evolution. You pick up more and more things on stuff that you like and you apply it, but there's still like a semblance of my taste. Fuck, where am I? Look. Like here. Like you can still tell. Besides the hair. I feel like this can be related back to the same artist. There's just years of time in between. The Cape Maintenance were your ochre period though. You've really shifted style since then? Yeah. Hi Firekit, thank you for the hydration check. I can't even sort out my own anatomy, drawing it is too hard. Yeah, anatomy is difficult, man. And I'm over here fucking trying to stylize it as I'm not fully mastered it yet. Fuck. How you doing, Firecat? If I had 3,000 years, I'd still not be able to draw myself out of a wet paper bag. Oh. Just woke up, MEPU. I'm doing alright. I think I'm quite glad I took that little iced coffee just before stream. I think that gave me the energy that I need to be streaming right now. I was feeling very, like temptations of canceling stream last minute and just fucking laying down. I don't want to lay down, even if I need to. Maybe it's the whole want versus need business. Business Curzec is so good. The style and shapes are just chef's kiss. One day I want to see that inspiration in my own hack doodles. Aww. It was a lot of fun pushing these shapes for these poses. There were a couple of poses that didn't make the cut. Still have some in. No, this is where I deleted some things. No. Was it this? I don't know where I left them. But yeah, I drew a bunch of poses that were just experimenting with shapes and pushing. That one. I was mentioning on Wednesday stream that I had a new outfit that I like a lot. And this is like the first quick doodle that I'll be improving upon this. The skirt is actually a bit longer than what I've drawn here. It's a denim skirt. And this is a cropped sweater. But the shapes are just so good in the overall outfit. Big chunky shoes. And then sort of slimmer here on the legs to waist, and then the chunky sweater. Just the proportions are. Which may be weird to say about your own appearance, but that's how I look at stuff. I apply my character design logics to my outfits as much as I can and feel like. The wind's picking up here hard? Yes, it's stormy today. You can see the wind blowing. Good morning. Hi, young man. How are you doing? Welcome in. Admittedly, I am proficient at a number of things, but arting is not a skill I've ever been able to acquire. And that's just the reality for everyone. We all want to be able to do everything, but we'll never be able to. Sometimes things just don't work out like that. I could want to learn how to program as much as I would like, but if it just doesn't stick, then it doesn't stick. I'm better off trying to pursue something else that I might also like and might be better at, and have, as a result, more fun with. As opposed to fucking bashing my skull repeatedly against the wall. Sometimes it's just not meant to be. That's life. Oop, 2 PM, I must go be meat space. Happy arting, Curzec and chat. Happy meat space! Thanks for hanging. You are the main character in your own life, I suppose? Yeah. Technically. Very much so. As long as we just don't have main character syndrome, I suppose. Stay humble. Hi, Swin. Hi, Laura. Welcome in. Hope you're both good. Keep like toggling this on and off. I'm glad people like you are making art I like to look at, so I have things to look at. Aww! Thank you. Very nice. Keep. How are people this fine windy weekend? I am doing alright. Personally. Make a V2 of this file. Save as V1. And as V2. And in V2, we delete all these folders. Just to every day in a Curzec stream is a good day. What the fuck? You. Just not as frequent. Because Lamau freelance. I'm gonna try to line art it. Doing okay, working on another freelance project? Yeah. Get that bread. You have bread? This loaf. And cleaning the house? Nice. I still need to do the deep clean I've been meaning to do. I guess I could do it tomorrow. Would be wise. I'll never get around to the deep clean. Well, I call it a deep clean. I guess it's a thorough clean. I know what the boundary is between, or the level of difference is between a clean, a thorough clean, and a deep clean. I have a sort of bleach. I've got this very, very strong spray to get rid of gunk in the showers and stuff. Need good ventilation. Oh, maybe I actually should wait for deep clean until after a repair guy shows up. A couple days. So no deep clean tomorrow. Next weekend, maybe. Or Wednesday. All goes well. Fair deep clean is usually, to me, you would dust the cupboards up high and pull out the fridge, etc. Well, I have no fridge to pull out. Like, there's nothing behind the fridge for me because it's part of the kitchen cupboards and stuff. Like, it's built in. I could finally de-ice my freezer though. I need to do that. Not done that since moving in. Getting a fair bit in the back. I scrubbed the bathroom yesterday and my main bedroom. Need to clean the kitchen, living room, and my study today. Big clean. I've personally not been as on top of tidiness. So I did sweep the floor this morning. I like to have Twitch in the background whilst I do it and help me focus. Yeah! Essentially like a radio or a podcast, right? Some noise to tickle the brain while you're doing those kinds of things. I personally would turn on the radio while I was doing cleaning. And by radio, I mean just like the radio channels on my TV receiver, but my TV receiver I don't think works anymore. And I've not bothered to get it replaced because I just don't watch TV. Though I do pay for it, but it's part of my internet package. There's no just internet package at my providers. You gotta have the TV as well. Come on. What you working on? I am working on a sweater and hoodie design, or at least a print for on the back of one. This one's definitely taking me the longest to decide on something to draw for such an item. Wearing a Duck Swift jumper at the moment. Ooh, the knitted one? I want to do a knitted design as well, but that's a different beast. And I have no ideas for it now, and I've been waiting, or been working on these 3 items for so long. Because the knitted ones that Doing and Swift have, there's only like a select color, a few colors of yarn that you can work with, so that's why it's its own different challenge. Gates of Hell. God, if this song isn't just so fucking perfect. For like the kind of genre that it's supposed to emulate. Ugh. Alright, that's the head shape. This kind of stuff would be so much easier to do probably in Illustrator. And more advice to do in Illustrator, but like I walked into a jazz bar / crime mystery, yeah. With a slightly romantic undertone. Like, this femme fatale is very pretty, but also she's a femme fatale. And I mean, this is a Bayonetta. She is, if she isn't the most fatal of the femmes, then I don't know. This is gonna be difficult to... because it's more comfortable for me to start from here, but then we need to make sure that this goes well. Or do I just try to start from there? I'll have to try. I wish I had... I can't see how it looks there until I'm done with the movement because my hand's been the whole time. If we start all the way out here, pressure is... Almost. Need to draw it a bit faster for smoothing. Nope. She was a woman you would only see in the movies, yet here she was in my office. Straight from the silver screen, I'd offer her a light for a cigarette. But her looks could ignite every lamp on the side of Brooklyn. Yeah. That's good. And again, this kind of vibe I get from this music. It's a good little intro for a story. Are you describing Curzec? Please do not offer me cigarettes. I will No. I don't smoke, and I will never smoke. I could offer you a lollipop instead. Now that's more like it. That's more Bayonetta. One of those Pocky sticks. Ooh, I've not had a Pocky in so long. Next week. Asian. This is what happens when you offer Curzec a light. Yeah, I don't bury it. I lit everything on fire. There's a strawberry flavor one. I don't think I've had anything other than chocolate Pocky. Funny enough, my husband smokes, my entire family smoke, but I never smoke. Those have mixed chocolate with crunchy almonds. Oh. I will probably skip out on those. I don't like that texture. Really. And also almonds I'm not in general. It keeps like always still fucked up around there. Then it's a wobbly, and then it's like slightly line weight difference. I can probably work with this one. Ever so slight manual adjustment. Wait. Long last? Mark? When I play with Lego later? Ooh. You have a set you can work on? Got the Wall-E one. Ooh! Organized song, it's in a game, isn't it? Yep, it's all video game stuff. It's from New Horizons. 2 p.m. Ernesto, hello! Happy Saturday to you too! It isn't actually 2 p.m. though, it's already 3:26. Animal Crossing. Hi Sage! Hi! How you doing? Actually, no, I'll keep it's from slightly not touching the border, I think. I'm good, thanks for asking. Yeah, of course! Naturally. I'd be a rude fucking host if I didn't. And I'm doing alright. Decided that the sketch that I done on Wednesday could be pushed more. I pushed it some more, and now I'm liking the more pushed version. Again, once again, me being or displaying a case of like I should not finish most stuff the same session that I designed it in. Because what if changed mine? Also, I erased with the eraser instead of clear brush, and now the erasing is not symmetrical. Ugh. Was getting joy, so I knew this was a song from a game I like. Yeah. My island is still a mess. As in, it's fucking barren. I think most of the villages I have on my island are ones I want to keep. There's a couple I'm like... I think there were two that were like, you could go. Oh! My facial tracker unfroze for a second, huh? And it was not my phone dying, it's very much plugged in. I don't know why it didn't track me for a second. I started discount today? I have no idea what that is. Is it a game? Some shop management, cozy pixel game? Oh, okay. Cozy games. Run your own shop and get to know the town. Aww. Quaint. Well, if far enough. And I don't think I want to quite touch. I can only check if I move my eyes to my main monitor, but then I break the direction. Keeping my lines that I'm aiming for. No, I've gone too high up, damn it. See, I wouldn't be having this problem if I used the pen tool or some shit. I've never done hand-drawn vectoring. Oh, this isn't vector. This is still bitmap. It's just a very chunky brush. Pen tool, spam tool, you do you. Yeah, but I mean like in the sense of like easily adjustable and stuff. On an even smaller screen, 10.1 inch, 25 centimeters with tons of connectors in the back. My retro heart is happy. Ooh. What'd you say this was for again? Let me see. In your chat log. Eh. To hook up into your testing rig so I don't have to hook up a giant monitor. Would your final product not need to be vector? Nope, not necessarily. It would preferably be CMYK, but even that is not necessary. But it would give them more accurate final print colors. I feel like with Mishka's colors, they're fairly CMYK safe. I don't think there was anything that I noticed about the colors on the stickers where I'm like, oh, that should have been better looking. I'm in the middle of migrating over to a new PC, but I always wanted an easier way to test my auto consoles I collect. Recently obtained an ancient NES. Ooh! Does it still work? Or is that what you're trying to figure out now? God, what is the oldest console I've ever held? Maybe a PS1. And that was when I was a wee child, when the PS1 was the only thing. There was no PS2 yet, I don't think. Maybe it was on the horizon? Oh, I don't think it was a PS2 just yet. For the sake of set completion, I kind of should maybe look into getting a PS1 one day, so I have all of them. All PlayStations. Though, that being said, well, probably the money would not be going to Sony. But, I don't know. Big game industry has been a little so-so lately, shall we say. They've been getting very bold. It does! Clean it up and everything is just yellowed, fuck yeah! Yeah, old tech will yellow, I suppose, but you can unyellow it, probably. By giving it a good clean with the right products, very gently. Also, on the Nintendo 64, what's older? Nintendo 64 or PS1? PS1 is older, right? (1996) 1994, yeah. PlayStation 1 is almost 2 years older. It kind of has to be, considering what kind of graphics I imagine for PS1 games anyway. They are not as much as Nintendo 64 was. It was very much a case of like, this character gets 12 tries, as in TRI. Not polygons. That whole extra corner, dude? Ugh. Can't afford that. Now you gotta work with one of these. You don't get to work with these. Not yet. User request, thank you. I'd love to have a space and money one day to set up a CRT with some retro consoles. Ooh. Probably what I would consider if I were to want a collection like that. I would probably at least try to acquire a CRT sooner rather than later, because they are getting rarer and rarer. And also, likeliness of functioning is getting rarer and rarer. Rarer. More rare. RAR XD. That would be my concern. To at least have that, at least. So much at least that I said it twice. A polygon quad is 2 triangles and maybe a vertex more, but the calculation is 3 more edges. Yeah. No, that was a weird straight happening there. Straight throated again. You know, PS1 Classic, 3 PS2s, PS3, NES, DS, 4 Game Boy Colors, 2 OG Game Boys, 2 GBAs, 60 bootleg plug-and-play consoles. That's a lot. A Mega Duck? A Watara Supervision, and 72 LCD handhelds. I have never heard of a Mega Duck or a Watara Supervision. No Dreamcast? Oh! Is the DS the first DS, the silver one? Dreamcast had those banging soundtracks, yeah. Hydration, oh god. You heard me move and like, ah, she must be exhausted from all that moving. Glug glug. For modeling, polygons are more convenient because we can separate parts into different islands to work well with deformation, but in the end everything is turned into tries because that's the only way computers interpret them. Neat. My brain is too fucking 2D. I tried venturing into 3D. Back in game art college, we had 3D classes. Though, here's the weird thing, right? It was game art college, so you'd think the software we were going to be taught in was software frequently used in the games industry. So you would think like Maya, maybe 3ds Max. No. No, our teacher only knew Cinema 4D? That one's not really for video game modeling and graphics and stuff. I know a dude who uses Cinema 4D for quick mockups or base mockups for their Magic the Gathering cards that they do. Yeah, Cinema 4D is not for, I don't think. It's weird. Just learned Cinema 4D in uni, oh gosh. My brain was 2D exclusive as well, but then I learned slowly. Sit in front of Maya for an entire week, just staring at the interface and too intimidated to touch anything until I got too bored and touched buttons. Yeah. Yeah, anything you want to learn in software, right? You gotta make a little project for yourself, ideally. So, like with me, though it is 2D, with my VTuber model in live 2D, like if I want to have my little model, I don't have the funds to pay someone to do it, and also I kind of want to give it my own flair, which I can do best by, you know, making it myself. So that's my little project for me. Gathered a bunch of tutorials related to what kind of features and design choices I wanted for my for my thing, and well, here we are. And I'm just like slamming my hands on the desk like, I want to make more! God damn it! Made a spontaneous post about it on Blue Sky the other day. Saying it roughly like that. Ah yes, I'm a very project-based brain. I want to think how I do. Yeah, that's generally probably the best way to learn any software. Just like think of something simple enough to start out with. Like the same as like start small with any venture. Like don't, if you're pursuing animation, don't start off with a fucking feature film, right? You start with a short. That's as short as you can keep it. Maybe even like 5 to 10 seconds at best. If you want to start off with something story-driven. Just like a shot. A singular shot that tells the whole story. Probably, if you're going to learn 3D stuff, you probably shouldn't start off with a hyper-realistic human model. Probably want to be like, okay, what about a fruit bowl? Or I think my friend Kara advises a chessboard. Make all the pawns and pieces and the bishops and the queens and stuff. I think that's a recommended 3D modeling start-off project. And that even to me sounds quite daunting, unless you just start off with the pawn. Every shape probably has its own difficulty to tackle. Pawn's probably easiest. Kinda wanna take a crack at life today. I have an idea in mind. Ooh! I wish to know this idea. I hope we get to see it in action. I heard of Inochi, which is meant to be a free alternative to Life Today, but I've not yet made the time to take a look into it. I have never heard of this before. Inochi Life Today? It's even called, or at least the video is called, Exploring Inochi 2D, a Life 2D alternative. The open source alternative. Oh, open source. Oh yeah, that does look very similar to Life 2D in the UI, huh? Ooh, it being open source, that means people can make their own features that are highly desirable. Plugins and shit. I'm gonna bookmark this. And keep an eye on that. Hang on, I made a video of my N64 being spruced up. Let me join the Discord so I can share it. Ooh, Todd, there's also another step before you can post into my Discord. There's a full Discord redeem that you need to do in order for me to give you the role to be able to post stuff at all in my server. It is 15,000 points. 15,000 channel points. And you gotta read the rules. Gotta pick Moosh or Discord. Well, the Discord is only a one-time thing, and there will probably be someone beating you to the punch to redeem Mishka, and Mishka has already been redeemed for today. Well, it's going to take a while. Aw, I'm sorry. It's a security measure thing, Ta. It's nothing personal. It's to keep spam bots out as much as I can. I had one slip in, was it about a month or two ago? There were a couple of channels, but I didn't set the permissions quite right, and a spam bot got in and started spamming Steam gift cards. Scam shit. Blame the bots? Yep, it's very much because of bots. I didn't know if I was allowed to share in here, so I figured the Discord would do. You can share it in here. You can always ask if you can share something you've made in here. And I'd rather you ask than assume. Sometimes I'm in other streams where people are like, oh, let me show you this drawing that I made. Like, well, hey, hang on. This is not social media. This is not your Twitter. This is not Blue Sky. This is not Instagram. This is not a server that you are in. This is actively demanding attention from someone in someone's cultivated space. So, yeah, please don't be that person. I understand enthusiasm, but a stream is not a social media page, nor a Discord channel dedicated to sharing your creations. Always ask first, and likely the answer is going to be yes. If not, that's nothing personal. It's like hanging your picture on someone else's wall, yeah. It's courtesy. You can always ask, because it's not chill to just assume to drop that kind of stuff in someone else's channels that are live and put them on the spot. That's kind of gross. If you're doing it deliberate, especially. I don't want that kind of energy in my streams. Lincoln coming. Here we go. Ooh, Raven, Great Escape. I see that. And look fancy, but I'm super stoked. Shoutouts to people for making this a reality. This was something I've wanted for years. Oh, that's loud. Cute little stickers. Did you paint it blue yourself? I may be biased here, but that's a good blue. Music's super loud though. I feel like on Twitter especially, the music is always loud. Bias? I know! Blue on the run. The blue bias strikes again. Blue bias. Bias. Bless is bias. Did you use the top half of a shell I bought to make it look like this and commissioned two artists to make the stickers? Aw. Very cute. It's a good blue. Good addition to a collection. I don't think I want to symmetry tool the paws. I think I'm going to draw one at a time and just... No, I have ways to flip it per the side, even. And symmetrical. I have to solder some broken pins in back, but it was working very nice. Nice! If it works, it works! I do not venture there in opening up tech and repairing it. Hell, even the idea of replacing a save battery in a Game Boy Color cartridge, I'm like, I don't fucking know. There's probably tutorials out there that would probably make it look super easy, but I don't really have a rush to replace it anyway, either. I don't have a grand desire to play Pokemon Gold specifically for my Pokemon Gold cartridge for Game Boy Color. I've got it on my 3DS because I got that digital download when it released. I'm gonna sit down and play for a few hours and like, oh man, I forgot how slow everything is in terms of progression compared to modern day Pokemon. Holy fuck. Curved in too soon. I also think I got sick from cleaning the NES. Oh no, there was a 40-year-old dust in there and I've been coughing all week. Oh god. What kind of germs have been building up in there for 40 years? Ugh. I guess in the future you'll masking up if you weren't doing that already? I don't know how effective that is. Would prevent you from inhaling dust if you wear a little face mask, I guess. Don the latex gloves. Kink there. Got plenty, I just didn't know it was that bad. Now you know! Now you know it can be that bad. Also, I hope your cough goes away soon. I guess it was me like physically strained there just now, like on my face, like going ah. My face goes on a journey along with the lines that I'm drawing. Like, ooh, I hope this goes well. I'm allergic to dust, so I would have been very sick. Ah, yeah, that probably won't be very beneficial then. Maybe not ideal of an hobby. Oh. Well, that flows in almost perfectly line weight wise. Song! I'll have to mention this out loud because it's within the playlist. It is New Donk City Cafe, Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario. In real life. I'll see the cafe area. It's New Donk City Cafe. What the song is called. Played the game, but I don't recall it at all. I don't know. It's part in this cafe playlist. Cause you know we chillin' today, for not much longer. Oh my god, we're nearing the end of stream already. It is tempting to keep on going until I at least finish the lines, especially since today was quite yappy. Oh, I should not be merging these. Not yet. Hello, welcome in. Hope you're having a good one, Meep. You made good progress, and we found out someone else is roleplaying you, so that was a fun detour. I don't think anyone's actually roleplaying me. I'm just on the role-playing site with my Imsona, and that's politely requesting no one roleplays with my Imsona. What you drawn? I am drawing a design that will go on the back of a sweater and a hoodie. I've been making some merch featuring my cat. Her name is Mishka. She is on this photo in the corner right here that I shall make larger for you. Here she is. Here's the real fucking deal. That way she can help start paying rent. I currently have this travel mug design and a tote bag design. And I'm working on this one. And I've got a couple of items up already. I've got some stickers and a mug. I got a hat and a beanie. I'm just expanding the collection. Because again, creature has to help pay rent. Or has to is maybe a big word, but you know, beneficial. Passive income. And Twitch subscribers get 10% off. Was it difficult to set up the store? Nope. I didn't give it a lot of attention in like its visual appearance though. I could do much more interesting stuff. Do you see what happens to Joy Quest store? Yeah, they've got this whole region situation, right? Is that what you mean at least? Because to me it looks normal. Love the Hello Boss background videos. Yee, that's my animation. Thank you. I can't see any of the images. I can. It's so good, thank you so much! I still can see the images, because I'm not in the UK, but yeah, there's a weird age restriction situation going on. But yeah, I think like this thing in the corner of Swifty on loop, it's like, it's not allowed in your region. It's so weird. It's just her waving! God. I'm using the wrong color so I can just see it a little bit better. It looks like Doig fixed it, I can see them now. Oh shit! Twig has been seen dumb scared. No, it's my imp Sona! The like regularly outfitted one, as opposed to the one that's on the fucking RP fandom page that we learned about today. Oh, that's funny. I mean, it looks normal as well. Stinky of Imgurs to just region lock their content without advance warning. People can't even access their images to safe or anything. Man. I sent my reference of my Sona for Smilky's YCH through an Imgur link. Maybe I need to check if he got it at all. I should have probably just DM'd it to him on Discord. What question? What art app to use? I'm currently working in Clip Studio Paint. You will see a variety of softwares here depending on what I'm doing. For drawing, it's usually Clip. For animating, it can either be Toon Boom Harmony, Advanced, or TV Paint. Depending on what the project is, will help me decide on which software I end up using for animation, though. It's 4? Oh no. It's time for me to go. I'll keep on going until the next block of ads. And then we'll dip out shortly after so we actually have closer to actual 3 hours of stream. We don't include the waiting time for the starting soon stuff. Another 5.5 till then. Morning, bowler hat! How you doing? Welcome in. And potato skins, hello! See, this is what I'm talking about. Probably I should be starting my streams a little bit later in the afternoon as opposed to my usual 1 PM. Because I'm supposed to be ending about now-ish. And look, 2 people arrive in the span of a minute. Whoops. We shall test it out on Wednesday. Same situation as Curzec, American. How fucking dare you! I'm Dutch! Ah! We met at TwitchCon EU at the fucking speedrun speed date network thing. Need to get up earlier then? Nope, I can just start later. Yeah, Dutch, Kansas, right? Mad. No. I'm just kidding. It's a bit, chat. You heard of those? Bits? Doing it for the bit? Never heard of that? It can be different. Wait, the speedrunning thing? I thought it was at the meetup for Benelux. No, I thought it was the speed date network thing. Where we were all standing. There was a small circle and a bigger circle, and then we had to rotate the outer circle every time. I misheard. TwitchCon nonetheless. I attended that event again when I went to TwitchCon this year as well. It's just fun. Meet some interesting people at... Oh, I didn't mean to go through a different file. I've lost this person's username. But one of the people that ended up being in front of me for TwitchCon Beat Date Network thing this year, the subject of Outer Wilds came up, and he had an Outer Wilds tattoo, which is cool as fuck, and I lost my fucking mind. He was like, yo, this shit fucking rules, dude. That looks awesome. I'm a little hesitant on saying what the tattoo was of, because spoilers, and that's how the whole thing is surrounding Outer Wilds. Like, avoid talking spoilers as much as possible. Just believe me when I say it cool. Halfway in there in the redeem points. Ooh, for the... I'm guessing for the Discord, maybe? Was it colored in? Nope. I think it was just line. Well, maybe it depends on what you consider colored in. The Discord. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's gonna go a little slower now that I don't stream as much, right? Because work and sustainability. I'll see if I can manage an evening stream this week. I was hoping to do one on Thursday, but I felt my energy at the end of Thursday and like, nope. No, I don't think. I do not think this will go over well. I feel like the amount of time an evening stream won't be as long as the Saturday and Wednesday streams. It will be like half the time at best, but that might be a nice amount of time to finish this up. So maybe we can do something entirely different on Wednesday. That's a nice goal to keep in mind. Fucking get going. Speaking of going, ads. With colors, and not grayscale. It was a shape. Let's keep it at that. Having another Bitcoin ad. Woo. Are you okay if I take inspo from your art? Depends on what you mean by inspo. If you just want to like study my stylistic choices and draw them yourselves, you are very welcome to. straight up copying and claiming it as your own, I would be not so happy with. I'd rather you didn't. It really depends on what your definition of inspo is in this query. I could be playing with the stick, not in the same position, of course giving you credit for inspo. Yeah, that sounds fine. Sounds good to me. Yeah, thank you for asking. I hope I didn't sound too harsh or dismissive at the start there. I just wanted to make sure that your definition of inspo was something I was okay with, because people have different interpretations and meanings behind using it and phrasing it that way. They'll call it inspo and then straight up trace and copy and claim as their own. I guess I'm a little bit protective of my stuff in that regard. You know, whereas, okay, thank you for understanding. I appreciate. It's nice to hear to see me stuff be inspiring. It's very graphical, right, meow? Get it? Right, meow. Cat. Although I say right meow all the fucking time. I probably say right meow more often than I say right now. We're pretty balanced. KPN ends. I don't want to pay for more getting access to my energy usage. Yeah, that's a strange feature. Why is that with KPN and not like your electricity provider? Thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Oh wait, that was you, Meep. Getting so used to the new spiel that I'm like, oh wait, hang on, wait a second. Do you have Mondays or Tuesday streams, or are those usually your days off? My day off from freelance is Wednesday, and that's will be my streaming day for the afternoon. Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are no Fridays. Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays are open for evening streams potentially. I want to see what's doable. Probably not Thursday. Maybe, I'm not sure. I need to figure it out, which works best. I hope to have a new sort of consistent schedule figured out before the end of the month. I'm sorry if that takes me a while to get right. I'm such a person of like, I need to feel it out for a period of time before I can like decide on like, yes, this works or this doesn't work. I generally need to experience it first. Good morning! Hi, Ale! You're just in time to watch me almost end stream. Hee hee. It's okay, thank you. Understanding. Again, it's the whole sustainability, right? So you can do a routine for yourself, should feel good, and not as a chore, take your time. Yeah. Definitely intend to. Do I want it perfectly round? Do I want it kind of like full? Fun. It was a good mishbush, thank you. It's just like putting on a new pair of shoes, you gotta try them first. Mm-hmm. It can be such a gamble which shoes fit well, which ones don't. My usual size usually works with most shoes, but it was a period where I was looking for a particular type of shoe, like ballerina type shoes. And I've had, this is EU size, I've had my usual size 41 be too small, and a size 39 be too big. There's something fucked up going on with ballerina shoes. I usually don't have those inconsistencies with shoes. This was a long time ago, though. You've got the same shoe size. Bigfoot. Wait, you're small though. Holy shit. Are you sure we got the same shoe size? Because you're so much shorter than I am. You got big feet. Hobbit. Hobbit. Sounds weird, size 46. You're a dude though. I feel like that's a normal shoe size for dudes. I know a girl who is tall, and I think her shoe size is like EU 44. So it's really challenging for her to find nice shoes in her size. Usually has to go to like special shops. I'm undecided on this touching the border as much. I can change it later. I guess I'll look back at it later. I've got the layers separately for the paws anyways. But yeah. This is what we're working with so far. My god, how many streams have we spent on just trying to think of stuff to do for a sweater? Holy shit. Let's pull up the file. Saved the other options that I scribbled out. I've had some roommates before with teensy feet, and it was comical having our shoes next to each other by the door. We started with this. This was the first scribble. I still want to do something with like sweater weather as text on a shirt, but maybe too late in the season. I don't know. Like cubing her into the shape. And belly. Hi, Mark. There was the Covenant idea, which is based off, I think I still have the photo in here. Do I? Yeah, this one. What if Misha wore a sweater too? Yeah, I definitely had something in my mind. Like in my mind's vision, in my mind palace! Hello, I'm lurking today and playing more Silksong while my cold's having a revival tour. No! Be gone, cold! Just inject OJ straight into your veins. And then I tried, like, what if Automy features, but then Mishka's shape was just weird. It's too long! Here was an attempt at something. There was another attempt at something. I was like, what if looking directly at you, though? Tweak. Keep tweaking. And now we're here! The OJ defeats the scurvy, not the cold. Damn it! You didn't inhale 40-year-old dust either, did you? I hope not. Yeah. Friendly reminder, do not inhale dust. Especially the 40-year-old type. There could be the really bad kind of dust in there that starts with an A. Followed by asbestos. Yikes. A dust. Body just hates me this week. You've also been going back to school though, haven't you, Merkrim? So you're around people. You're probably commuting your way there, so you're around even more people. When I was commuting a lot, I got sick much more frequently than now when I am working from home more often in the last few years since the pandemic happened. And even before the pandemic, I was one of those people that would like wash their hands thoroughly upon arrival and not touch my face. I still got ill. Fucking hell, didn't even think about it. Yeah, man, you're just surrounded by people, and they will continue to affect each other. Have some hand gel with you in your bags when you're commuting and out and about. That's what I do. I've got a little bottle of hand gel with me at all times. Asbestos would look fluffier. It's like a fiber with tiny hairs. Still. When I was on the train today, I counted at least 6 people just coughing around. Ugh, yeah, and people just don't cover up their fucking mouth holes when they're coughing in public or sneezing. People are still gross. We had a whole fucking pandemic and some people just did not learn anything from it in terms of like social behavior, hygiene, that kind of stuff. It sucks. It's really gross. Danger season. Yeah. Yeah, especially in the Netherlands, there's this advertisement that's like, the R is back in the month, so September, October. And that's when the sick gets around more and more. Common colds and common flus, and well, unfortunately we've got COVID added to the mixture as well. They blame the government and moved on, yeah. I look after Girl Scouts and I hate it when parents bring their sick child in. Ugh, God! It's fine, parent. It's more beneficial for your child to recover from whatever they're ailing from than to be social with other kids that they can then infect. That was a high whiskey. Has seen the Homesick animated pilot on Vizzy Pop's YouTube channel? Ooh, how'd you like it? I've not seen it myself. I don't think I will either. I've never been into Homestuck, so I don't think it's for me. Amazing? Alright. That's good. Getting my COVID shot on Tuesday. I already got my flu shot this year. Oh shit! Look at you getting those. I don't even think I could get a COVID shot. As much as I would like to. I think they're reserved for people with immunocompromised situations and elderly people. Oh my god, more people showing up at the end of my fucking stream. I really do need to start my streams later, huh? This is just proof. It's just proof that I need to start my streams earlier. I mean, later. Unless I do stream for 5 hours today. Actually been in for 2 hours, slowly waking up. Aw, good morning. Have a good wakey. Eggs and bakey. Unless you're vegan, then bread. Cereal. With oat milk. Pancakey? Ooh. God, I've not had pancakes in a while. No, that is egg. You can make egg-free pancakes, I'm pretty sure. Surely there's a way to make pancakes without egg. Wakey, peas and fakey. Yeah. Replacements. I read Dutch the other day and my understanding of the sentence was 75% accurate and 25%. What do you mean social media post is a social media bericht? Yeah. It sounds more of an announcement. Announcement would be aankondiging. Today's going to be crepey. Ooh, crepe. Every pancakes exist. They involve sparkling water? Interesting. It has to be specifically sparkling? Wild. Which somehow feels really weird to me because I would mean mixing milk and sparkling water. I mean, you still want to be using milk for vegan pancakes because milk. Unless you use oat milk or something. Like a milk replacement, soy milk, oat milk, almond milk. My pancake choice is crepes, and I use almond milk. Ooh. I think so. A vegan friend told me like years ago. I wonder if that's still up to date then. Soy milk works fine, I just don't like the flavor as much. Yeah. I've tried various milk replacements, and I think I'm gonna stick with oat milk. If I choose to replace, I'm not too picky on my milks if I have any. I'm not vegan but lactose intolerant. Ah, yeah. Yeah, that'll do it. That probably makes this whole alternative milk stuff interesting. Beneficial? I don't know how to phrase it. Nowadays, we've adopted a lot of English words. We don't have a specific word for it. Yeah. Here's the thing I read. Het sociale bericht dat je hebt geplaatst kan niet worden gevonden. And my brain read it as social media post doesn't exist or couldn't be found. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. The social message you were trying to look, that you posted cannot be found. Is what it would literally translate to. Dat je hebt geplaatst is you have posted. Geplaatst is posted. Yippee, I'm totally fluent in Dutch. Well, you got the gist of it, but not 100% accurate. I do a sort of souffle thing by separating the yolk and whites and then recombining the egg whites once I make them into a meringue-like mixture. Oh, I made this egg souffle thing based off of a Pinterest video that I found ages ago. It didn't turn out as fluffy as the real, like, as the one in the Pinterest video, because of course it'd be like that. It still tastes good though. Let me have the moment. I'm letting you! I told you had the gist of it! That's good enough, you understood it! You're not getting a grade or anything. And if you were getting a grade, I would give you a passing one. It's like, good enough. But I am not a teacher, and my Dutch exam is the one exam I failed in high school. I'm getting an A+, thank you very much. We don't work with the letter system in the Netherlands. We were getting 1 or 10. 1 to 10. With decimals. with 5.5 being a barely passing grade, and 5.4 is the failed grade. So, I failed math, but my German was not great. I passed math for some reason. I don't remember what I had though. Probably like a 6. Maybe 7? My best grade was biology, which was, well, no, English was my best probably. Followed by biology, which was odd. And I had a shockingly low grade for history. Because out of the 4 tests that we had throughout the year for history, 3 of the 4 tests I had the highest grade in class by, you know, a solid passing grade. Only to my weird ass having a mere 6.5 out of 10 at the exam. What the hell? Ah, here is Ta, testing your ass. Ik ben vrij trots op je, Juni, maar nu komt het punt dat je je telefoon en pc naar Nederlands zet voor een echte Nederlandse ervaring. Oh, zelfs ik doe dat niet. Zelfs ik zet mijn apparaten naar Engels. I don't set my devices to Dutch, I set them to English. In the studio that I freelance for and I visit every once in a while. The browser was set to Dutch, and I'm like, nope, put that fucker to English. Because I don't know the terminology that they use for Dutch, so it's just easier to find stuff in English for me. I was an A student, which weirded people out because my sleep disorders had me sleep through most of my classes. If it works, it works. Your phone is set to Dutch, but the PC is English. Oh god. Yeah, no, everything for me. All my devices are English. It's also easier to Google if you have an issue, right? With whatever device or browser thing that you're using. If it's set to English, then you can use the English terminology and you'll get more resources and results than you would if you were to use it with the Dutch terminology. Or in Dutch at all. In GCSE, my worst grades with arts. Oh shit. I don't know how I think it wasn't great because I couldn't find my final piece. Aww. God, I don't remember what my art exam was at all. Do we have an exam for art? I don't remember. Not that it fucking matters. Like, I work in art. I don't need to worry about what the fuck my high school grade in art was. I went to 2 different art colleges afterwards. And even there, my grades don't really fucking matter. You wanna know what my final grade for graduating animation college is? And I'm a professional freelance animator? My final grade was a 6 out of 10. Which is passing, but it's not a big number. It's not like a, damn, you're a good fucking student. It's like, yeah, your project is acceptable. Your final student project was acceptable, I guess. So, but hey, it doesn't fucking matter. I'm a professional freelance artist and have been for years, so grades literally do not fucking matter. Portfolio is infinitely more important. But it's good to have the degree if I wanted to, like, work abroad on location. That makes immigration and stuff easier with a bachelor. 1 out of 10 would not be passing? 5.5. So as 0.5 points removed from failing my final exam. Oh god. Oh, so funny. But yeah, I admittedly, I didn't tackle my final student project good. I got way too fucking ambitious, and I kept scaling it down and down until I had to essentially bullshit my way into a passing grade. As an animator, they thought it was perfectly fine, but then the directing stuff that I tried to do, they were like, too ambitious. But I guess you're weaseling your way out of here. You just need to go out in the field and start doodling. Get out of here. Scram. We know where your ambitions lie. We're not gonna keep you contained in these walls. They knew very well my ambitions were more in commercial work than they were in making my own artsy shorts. And that's not meant to be derogatory at all. There's plenty of my friends are doing artsy shorts. I just struggle with it more, maybe, and I'm not as interested in doing it. As well as just like my stylistic choices are much more commercial than they are experimental. It's not my vibe. I know what my vibe is, and I'm honing in on that. They tried so hard during college to make me explore more, and I did explore. I just ended up always having more fun with more commercialized stylization choices, like what I'm having here. Like what had me land a work on Helva and stuff, you know? Specialism is very valuable. Yeah, expertise and specializations. Extremely so. That being said, just because grades don't matter as much in the field, definitely still try to get good grades so you don't end up in trouble. Thank you for the follow! Welcome in. I am, unfortunately, just about to look for a raid target. I've been yapping for a half hour longer in stream! Hello, how are you today? I'm doing good! I'm unfortunately, like I said, about to wrap up stream. I really will be starting streams later, huh? Like certified Curzec yap sessions, and I like yapping with y'all. Thank you so much for giving me subject material to yap about. Sometimes it's a little difficult to come up with stuff on my own. I appreciate y'all being like, hey, how about this though? And then get my brain rolling. Keep coming in, people. We can keep our yap forever. No, okay, well, try, huh? What are you gonna do? Keep me yapping for another half hour, huh? You have one shot. Everyone in here gets one shot at the subject matter to keep me yapping for half an hour. We could try. Yeah, and I'm daring y'all. Moosh's beans, squishable. Next. Has been season 2 trailer, tight. Next. So need some tips for Elden Ring? Go on. Bloodborne art direction? Fantastic. I have the art book. I love it. Next. So Duolingo started using AI for its translation. They did that years ago. Sucks. Don't use Duolingo. Next. How's the gym? Great. Had a good upper body day yesterday. Progressively overloading, and even though I'm on a cut, though, I could be progressively overloading more than I would like. Or I would prefer to progressively overload more than I am, rather. The other way around. Next. Talk to us about your favorite wampers in detail. Oh, dude, this man's hot. Have you seen my man? Beware of hot man. He's mine. You can't have him. What's Misha's bath time routine? She washes ass. Herself. I don't wash her. So I think movie trailers give away a little too much nowadays. They sure do. I agree. That's why I was very pleasantly surprised with... It wasn't a movie trailer, but it was for Knights of Guinevere. I was like, I have no idea what the fuck's gonna happen in the pilot. And I was like, wow, holy fuck. Both very fucking good. The trailers and teasers didn't give away all of everything. Still got plenty of good surprises. How close to Buffsec are we getting? Oh, we are so far removed from Buffsec. I need another 2 years of good training at minimum in order for me to reach a point where I'm like, this is Buffsec. If I'm able to keep it up, of course. Did you know that I wasn't sure your color theme was blue until it was directly mentioned today due to color blindness? Oh no! Yeah, my main color is blue. What kind of color blindness do you have then? Which one is that? Is that the one where you had... I'm guessing... What does my blue look like to you then? Actually just finished a project Bloodborne related. Ooh! Tell me we're gifting a sub! To keep going, please! Thank you! Thank you for the support. I sure hope Keep Going Please is an active user on twitch.tv. I clean my kitchen. Yay, good job. Want to play tic-tac-toe? No. I stop watching trailers as soon as I know I want to watch or play something. Yep, same. Trailers give away way too fucking much. Elden Ring trailers, I only watch the announcement trailer for both the main game and the DLC, as like, that's enough. Whenever myself and some friends were watching events where there's like a bunch of game trailers and then Elden Ring shows up, we were all like, hide! Leave! Mute! Look away! We don't want to see shit! You already have our money! Next question, who are we rating? I think we are going to be rating Carson Druitt. Their stream is still set to starting soon, so you've got a whole lot of stream to look forward to. Do you want to know what the Bloodborne project was? Yeah! Fucking love me, Bloodborne. That's a Twitch name for everything. It's the whole game in some communities, yeah. And how could you be sure if it's good if you don't look at it a bit? I trust. It's called trust. Consumer trust. For Elden Ring and Miyazaki games specifically. Dubstep remix of the main menu music, The Night Unfurls from Bloodborne. Ooh. Fuck yeah. Got another hydration. I've been yapping for long enough for another hydration check to happen. God damn it! I have very little trust in companies these days, sorry. That's very fair, honestly. But I don't know, as soon as I see the name Miyazaki, I'm probably convinced enough with future projects as well. Unless we learn about stuff like gameplay mechanics and limitations like with the Duskbloods, though, because I think that one's also Miyazaki, but because it's online only and with other people only, I'm dipping out. And it's also Switch 2 exclusive, so I would have to get a whole fucking console for $450. Isn't this a blur rose yours? Yes. Someone was like, hey, you know about that hot wamper? Can you talk about his hot wamper? And I'm like, yeah, here's a hot wamper. Isn't he hot? Hi, Johnny. Welcome in. And goodbye. I'm rating soon. Chat has been keeping me yapping for another 40 fucking minutes. What exactly is hot about him? Everything! He's funny. And fictional, obviously. Can he be more hot? Oh god. Stop. Don't. He can't be. If he undresses. I mean, there's this one picture on the side where he's... Oh, clavicle exposed. Just me or more for figuring out if I want to buy something once I have the confirmation. I don't need another hype trailer, gameplay trailer, release trailer, etc. Yep. That being said, I will be watching any trailer coming out for Beyond Good and Evil 2 if there ever is anything in the future. Slowly undoing his gloves and unbuttons his shirt. Yeah, it will take him fucking half an hour to undo his fucking getup here because there's layers in armor. Oh, Carson Druitt's starting soon is... Well, I saw some... Yeah, the starting soon is gone. Whoa, that's a big fucking picture. There's a lot of dueling. Community Showcase Day. Ooh! So far, all BGN content was just the trailers, yep. And the fucking, the 5 or so Space Monkey program situations that they did. Anyway, it looks like y'all ran out of subject material, so I'm gonna type in /raid, copy paste the name Carson Druitt. Their stream is called Community Showcase Day, so there's probably a variety of art coming up. Also, their cursor is amazing. They like their pointer is their hand with a cat on top of it. We like cats, don't we? I'm pretty sure people in here enjoy cats, considering we've been drawing cats for the last 3 weeks. Been a while already. Whoops. I admit defeat. We made a good effort. Save up whatever ideas come up in your brain for next time. Write it down and just be like, alright, we're gonna keep her yapping for so fucking long. Make a list. When's your birthday again? My birthday's November 16th. And with that, I'm switching over to thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. Thank you for yapping with me. Thank you for humoring me. Thank you for laughing with me. Thank you for the kind words. Hope you all have a good weekend. What happened? I saw Wamper. I just wanted to show Wamper. And now I'm writing out. I'm 45 minutes late almost with ending stream. Lol. Hope you all have a good remainder of your weekend. Thank you much for hanging. I'll be back eventually. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and wash your hands. Bobby!